The things we hold on to tightly often pull us back, be it a relationship, past memories, fear, or our ego. Today, I'm sharing insights from a book that doesn't urge you to escape life or give up everything but guides you to stay engaged with the world while keeping your inner freedom intact. The book is The Art of Detachment by Shubham Kumar Singh, and trust me, mastering this can ensure nothing ever disrupts your peace. Attachment is one of life's trickiest aspects. Ironically, we're so used to it that we blur the line between attachment and bondage. Attachment isn't wrong, it's what makes us human. Our bonds with family, friends, and passions give life purpose and keep us grounded. But when attachment deepens to the point where we feel incomplete, anxious, or lost without it, that once cherished connection becomes a chain. How do we tell attachment from bondage? Let me share a story. Raj, a 20-year-old, driven and career-focused, had a cutting-edge smartphone that felt like an extension of himself. It was his planner, entertainment, social link, and even his confidence booster. He never left home without it. One day, it slipped and shattered at school. Suddenly, his world froze. It seemed his identity broke with it. It was just a gadget, wasn't it? Yet Raj's reliance on it was so intense that its absence severed his connection to himself. He felt restless, scared, and powerless. So, was this attachment? No, it was bondage. Attachment is harmless until it erodes your peace. The moment your calm hinges on something external, bondage takes root. Let's explore further. Picture loving someone deeply, a friend, partner, or anyone who shapes your days and nights. At first, it's wonderful: care, emotions, calls, attention. But gradually, you grow so accustomed to their presence that a missed message or a skipped call sparks unease. Your mind races. They called 5 times yesterday, why not today? Ego kicks in, expectations flare, and your tranquility fades. This dependency, born from attachment, now traps you emotionally. Attachment shines only when it doesn't steal your freedom. It's like wearing stunning glass bangles, lovely until they cut your wrist. Would you still call them decorative? No, right? That's why we must ask ourselves daily, is this person, object, or idea my anchor, or am I dependent on it to survive? Detachment is the practice of noticing these nuances. This book doesn't tell you to flee emotions but to embrace them without losing yourself. Think of a boat gliding on water. If water seeps inside, the same element that keeps it afloat can sink it. Likewise, when relationships, possessions, or thoughts overwhelm us, they begin to drown us. Detachment means loving fully but not clutching. Value, don't own. When we hear detachment or vairagya, we often imagine a monk in orange robes meditating in the wilderness, having forsaken family, home, and society. We assume detachment means abandoning love, ties, feelings, and dreams. But that's a huge misconception. Detachment isn't about fleeing the world, it's about thriving in it without losing your essence. The book illustrates this with a vivid metaphor. Detachment is like a lotus, born in mud, floating on water, living amidst it, yet its petals remain untouched by even a drop. It's in the world but not consumed by it. That's detachment's true essence. How can we embody this lotus-like quality? Detachment is the art of deep connection without fixation. You can love, maintain relationships, fulfill duties, and shoulder life's burdens without letting them chip away at your peace or identity. Let's unpack this with a story. Anurag, a diligent and ambitious young man, was told by his parents from childhood, "Son, when you become a top officer, we'll know our life was worthwhile." He toiled relentlessly at engineering, MBA, and finally landed a high-paying job offer from a global firm. That moment was not just his triumph but his family's dream realized. But fate twisted. A medical test revealed a health issue, and the offer was revoked. Anurag crumbled, cursing himself and destiny, sinking into depression. His anguish wasn't solely about the job loss, it was because he had linked his entire self-worth to that one achievement. When it vanished, he felt he did too. This is what happens without detachment. Results, relationships, identity. Yes, these are means to joy, but if you fuse yourself to them, a slight shift can shatter you. Detachment doesn't mean stripping life of emotions. It means not letting emotions devour you. You love someone, but if they fall short of your hopes, you don't collapse. You strive, but if the outcome disappoints, you don't despise yourself. Everything outside is fleeting, always changing. But a strong bond with yourself ensures nothing can rob your calm. You're thrilled by praise, fantastic. But if someone ignores you and it ruins your day, ask, are you tethered to their approval? Cherish everything, need nothing. Savor what's good, but know you're whole without it. When a bond breaks, a hope fades, or a dream collapses, a peculiar ache stirs in the heart, a pain you feel but can't grasp. We've all known this pain in some way. Its true source isn't external events but the intensity of our attachment to them and the expectations we weave. Does someone's exit hurt so much, or is it the shattering of dreams, identity, and aspirations tied to them that scars our soul? The pain stings more when we bind ourselves to a single outcome, person, or goal, making it our entire being. When it breaks, we feel broken. Let's clarify this with a story. Arav, a straightforward guy, loved strumming his guitar and chilling with friends at a tea stall. In college, he fell for Ananya. It began with friendship, then late-night chats, calls till 2 a.m., movies, strolls. Gradually, Arav wove a future where Ananya was in every dream. He believed, once Ananya is fully mine, I'll be complete. But life doesn't follow our scripts. As college ended, Ananya's priorities shifted: a career, family pressures, her own path. One day, a curt message arrived: I think we should move on. It's not working. That day, Arav's heart didn't just break, his whole sense of self trembled. The real pain wasn't rejection, it was the collapse of the expectations and illusions he'd built, seeing himself as incomplete without Ananya. The notion that someone's presence completes you is the greatest delusion. When we link our worth or identity to a person, thing, or result, it becomes our Achilles heel. When it's gone, we feel we're gone. Detachment teaches, you are you, whether someone stays or leaves, whether results come or not. Your wholeness, value, and identity stem from your inner bond, not external validation. Healing emotional pain begins not by pointing fingers but by seeing the expectations and illusions we've crafted. The beauty is, if we build these expectations thoughtfully, with connection rather than fixation, we can gain much without fracturing. Emotional pain turns toxic when we let it define you as saying, I'm heartbroken or I'm the unluckiest. Shubham advises, acknowledge pain but don't lose yourself in it. See the pain but don't let it shape you. Detachment empowers you to let tears flow but not let them undermine your strength. Emotional pain often stems from illusions. If I marry them, all will be well. If I get that job, I'll be happy. If my followers grow, my worth will rise. These are mirages, and they bind us most. Attaching to an expectation sows the seeds of its breaking. Detachment is the lens that reveals these illusions. It teaches, love without possession, dream without fusing yourself to it. Pain is inevitable, but freedom from it is possible. Emotional liberation comes when you stop defining yourself by outcomes, people, or events. Don't harden from your pain. Detachment teaches resilience, keeping your heart open but not chained to any result. Have you ever gripped something so tightly it slipped away? Clung to a relationship, dream, or person so fiercely it began stealing your peace? Likely yes, as most humans struggle with wanting to control everything. We believe if all goes as planned, life will be flawless. We think securing every outcome prevents errors. But this mindset is the biggest illusion. Detachment means effort with full commitment but no need to trap the result in your grasp. Let's illustrate with a story. Ravi, a dedicated farmer, sowed wheat every March, tended the soil, and worked diligently. One year, he outdid himself. A new technology, double the field time, certain his harvest would be record-breaking. But nature had other plans. June brought no rain, only drought, and the crop dwindled. Ravi was devastated, weeping, feeling his labor was futile. He blamed himself. What did I miss? I should have done more. His wise grandfather embraced him, saying, "Son, you're a farmer, not God. Your job is to sow seeds, not summon rain." This is life's ultimate truth. We sow seeds in relationships, careers, dreams. But trying to control their fruits breeds anxiety, frustration, fear. Surrender, not control, brings calm. Reflect, do you want your partner to act as you expect? Your boss to instantly reward your work? Your efforts to yield perfect, immediate results? If so, you're sowing your own sorrow. Each time we assume we can dictate outcomes, we turn our mind into a pressure cooker. We dread uncertainty, chaos, rejection, failure. So, we craft a predictable world, which shackles us. Life thrives in uncertainty. Fixation breeds stagnation. Growth lies in chaos. Don't clutch the window, open your arms and feel it. Detachment doesn't mean halting effort. Shubham emphasizes, strive fiercely, dream, try, fall, rise. But don't tie yourself emotionally to the outcome. Saying, if this fails, I'll break, binds your joy and peace to something uncontrollable. That sparks fear, what if it's gone? And kills confidence. Detachment breaks this cycle, saying, I'll give my all and accept what comes, as every outcome serves my growth. Observe a river. Water surges, crashes against rocks, but never stops. Try grabbing it, and not a drop remains. Flow with it, and you move together. Release control, not direction. Hold purpose, not projections. When you untie your worth from delays, shifting scenarios, or relationship changes, you step toward true freedom. We rush daily, lost in past regrets or future hopes and fears. But when do we truly live? We laugh but dwell elsewhere. Eat but scroll on phones. Travel but fret about destinations, forgetting the path. We don't live, we kill time. To grasp and practice detachment, we must live in the now. If we're not present, we're enslaved by the past or robbed of peace by future worries. Shubham shares amongst tale, a perfect mindfulness lesson. A young man met a serene monk, untouched by worry, restlessness, past shadows, or future fears. He asked, "How are you so calm? Don't you ever suffer?" The monk smiled, "I don't dwell in the past or future. My home is this moment, where no sorrow exists. Pain hides in past regrets or future fears. Hear this, my home is this moment." Aren't most of us stuck in the past or slipping into the future? Mindfulness, a full presence in the now, is the key to stability, calm, and the power to detach. Mindfulness isn't just meditating for hours. It's observing thoughts, emotions, reactions without judgment, reaction, or escape. If you're sad, mindfulness says, I notice my sadness. I feel this emotion, but I'm not it. You're in it, not bound by it. Stress arises from taking every emotion too seriously, as truth, when they're fleeting clouds. Picture your mind as a tranquil river, your thoughts, emotions, fears, joys as waves. Mindfulness means seeing yourself as the river, not the waves. Saying, I'm angry, equates you with anger. Saying, I feel anger, separates you from it. This is mindfulness's strength, the first step to emotional detachment. Dwelling in the past means guilt, regret. The future, fear, anxiety. The present is the sole truth, you, now. When you shift from past blame and future dread to fully living this moment, your heart's turmoil settles. Start small, skip the phone in the morning. Ask for 2 minutes. How do I feel? Name emotions, don't judge. I'm anxious, I'm confused. Observe. Bring presence to routine as a savor food's taste. Feel each step walking, listen intently in talks. Treat negative emotions like guests. If sorrow knocks, say, come, I know you. but I'm not your servant. Over time, you'll see mindfulness isn't a rare skill, it's innate, just buried under habit's dust. Success of this word sparks a gleam, doesn't it? We envision grand stages, fat paychecks, cars, mansions, or viral social media posts. We're taught to achieve greatness, become something, gain something. But does chasing success strengthen or weaken us inside? Success endures when you don't obsess over it but cherish the journey to it. Don't fix it, embrace the process. Let's explore with a story. Arjun, a young cricketer from a small town, dreamed of playing for India, not just a match but to honor the nation in the blue jersey. He dedicated years to 4 a.m. practices, gym, diet, unwavering effort. His hard work earned him a spot in a national championship final. He thought, I must win, or it's all wasted. But in the final, his batting faltered, and his team lost. Arjun sat in a stadium corner, sobbing. The pain wasn't the defeat, it was that he'd tied his whole identity to that victory. He felt, I lost, so I'm a failure. I'm incomplete. Here begins detachment's lesson. Chase the process, not trophies. If your identity is too entwined with goals, failure feels like death. Detachment says, you're not what you achieve but how you pursue it. Consider Ms. Dhoni leading India to a World Cup, adored by millions, yet always calm, steady. Why? For him, wins or losses were outcomes. His true devotion was to the game, process, performance. He faced every ball, run, challenge, but wasn't enslaved by results. When India won the World Cup, he didn't crown himself King Dhoni. When they lost, he didn't flee. That's success with detachment. The true risk isn't achieving success, it's making it your identity. You think, my job makes me valuable, my company's profits prove I'm smart, my social media fame means my life's successful. If these vanish, what remains? Can you face yourself without titles, posts, wealth? If not, you're not drunk on success, you're chained by it. Shubham offers a practical way: focus on purpose, not praise. Present not for the boss's approval but for the value you add. Post online not for likes but to contribute. Start a business not for profit but to solve issues. Purpose-driven goals keep you detached from outcomes, and such people, even if they stumble, rise stronger, steadier. Months later, Arjun returned, unbroken. He rebuilt himself, focusing not on trophies but on each shot. Practice continued, but pressure's weight lifted. He vowed, I'll accept outcomes but define myself by the game, not wins or losses. When asked, what do you want in life? We often say, riches, a house, car, fame. Dig deeper: why wealth, stable bonds, recognition? And it all converges. I want peace, freedom. We chase jobs, businesses, relationships, the climb, hoping for calm at the end. Shubham Kumar Singh's The Art of Detachment unveils this ultimate treasury, a true freedom and peace, here revealing a simple, striking truth: detachment is the gateway to real liberation. Freedom is often misread. We think it's about no control, wealth, no limits, getting desires. But Shubham strips away this shallow view, showing true freedom is internal. It's when rejection doesn't make you self-loathe, when someone leaves and you still smile, when you don't need to change the world because you've transformed inside. When your peace isn't swayed by other words, gifts, or takings, you're truly free. Most tie identity to externals: I am my job, my relationship defines my worth, my earnings equal my value. These offer fleeting highs or lows, not lasting peace. Imagine a high post, great income, family, but if the post goes, money sinks, or praise stops, can you feel whole? If not, your self clings to fleeting success, like a kite soaring yet tethered to another's hand, ready to crash. Detachment teaches, you're not what you possess, you're what remains when all's gone. Shubham sees peace not as silence or no thoughts but as hearing every noise while staying steady inside, like an ocean's calm depths despite surface waves. This is the mind's true state, Nothing external disturbs my core. Let's grasp this with a story. Malheur, worldly successful CEO, lavish life, enviable relationships, travel, luxury. Lost a major investor deal, his partner left, and criticism flooded social media. Mocked him. Malheur broke inwardly, asking, was my worth only in others' praise? Why feel nothing now? He met a yogi, serene by a mountain, and asked, how are you always calm? Why are you unaffected? The yogi smiled, I never sought peace outside. Open its inner door, and the world's cheers or jeers don't matter. This shifted Malheur's perspective. He began nurturing his inner world, not just outer facades. Detachment isn't sacrifice, it's connection, and not to things but to yourself. Love without losing yourself, succeed without ego, lose without breaking it. It's not just detachment but awakening. True freedom is choosing calm. You can react but opt to respond. In darkness, you see light. As our journey closes, a question lingers: can we truly adopt detachment in this loud, fast life of comparisons, expectations, relationship strains, success hunger, fear, and endless queries? Yes, it's possible, but it demands pausing, observing, and knowing who's master, who's slave. Shubham Kumar Singh's The Art of Detachment isn't a luxury, it's a mirror. Look closely, and you see not just your face but your layers of illusions, others' validation, expectations, achievements, and bonds we call love but which subtly bind us. The book's greatest gift is a clear realization: the true you isn't enslaved by relationships, beholden to losses, or indebted to wins. It says, I am, and being is enough. Next time a relationship drains you, a dream weighs down your present, or a thought steals sleep, ask, am I its master, or is it mine? True freedom is when no bond threatens your identity. If you're so tied to a person, wish, or status that you feel half without it, that's not attachment, it's servitude. Detachment is understanding connection, knowing, I love this but don't need it to feel whole. Can love exist this way? Yes. True love doesn't bind, it frees. In real bonds, if someone leaves, you stay close to yourself. If you drift, you held not love but expectations. Picture a bird flying off, and you, on the rooftop, still smiling, having cherished its presence without making it your essence. That's detachment, full engagement, no ownership. On success, we see it as the goal, but it's a stop, not the road. Detachment says, celebrate it, relish it, but don't deify it. If it slips, you'll fall. Those rooted in themselves can't be lost, those distant feel empty even with the world at their feet. In the book's closing pages, Shubham shares a lasting truth: detachment means I'm part of everything but bound by nothing. Grasp this, and every attachment offers experience, not chains. I hope this book summary resonated. Subscribe to our channel, and if you enjoyed it, like and share the video. See you with the next audiobook.